Hi everyone, this is Paul Lang with Disciplined Trading Strategies and this week's Trade of the Week video. This is for the week ending May 17th of 2020, and this stock was the market. It was the QQQ. This trade happened on the afternoon of Tuesday the 12th, and it was actually a hit and run overnight swing trade into the next morning. 1/3 taken into the close that day and 2/3 held over for the following day. The QQQ is the tracking symbol. It's an ETF as it's known for the NASDAQ 100. I always like to look at the QQQ for analysis, long-term, daily, intraday. I don't like to look at the futures for analysis, but trades on the market I use the futures, and if you don't have the futures I suggest you look at one of the leveraged ETFs for the QQQ or for the SPY. On the DTS free stuff page down at the bottom there's something called an ETF cheat sheet that gives you some of the ETFs that are more highly leveraged, because the QQQ uses a lot of capital to hold because it's a very large stock that has a relatively tight stop to it. The strategy was based on a 15-minute DTS breakdown play. I'll get to that and why I was looking for that this particular day, and the entry on a 1-minute secondary sign of weakness. The management advance and reward to risk averaged out to be 5.6 to 1 over the 3 exits over that afternoon and the next morning. For those of you looking for the free stuff at DTS this week, Monday is the bi-weekly scanning night, Monday the 18th at 5 o'clock. If you are a DTS member, you will receive your invite on Monday. And if you're not a DTS member, if you're picking this up on YouTube or something, you need to hop over to the DTS homepage and click on the little emblem where it says you can be a member, so you can get invites to educational events like this. Here's the daily chart of the market of the QQQ going into that day. This day we had started to put in a red bar, and then after the trade that bar closed very red and also closed red the next day, which is when I exited the second part of the trade. The hourly chart, not a lot to learn here on the hourly chart, but that's where the entry came, approximately right in there, and we had quite a drop that day and then the next morning as well. Here's the real chart of reference. Here's the 15-minute chart. That's where you see most of the detail and all of the targets. The reason I was interested in the market this day, I became interested because we came into an area on the daily chart which I thought was of interest, and I was specifically looking for a day where the market may stall and begin to sell off in the afternoon. I don't normally look around for things day trading in the afternoons, but I alerted the room I would be taking a look over these couple of days. What happened this day that got my attention was that we failed to make new highs, and 1, 2, 3 times banged our heads up there, and then we had that little drop right to this area. And that little area that formed there is where I used as a breakdown and took the entry underneath there, underneath 225.76 with a stop over 226.61. And the stock began to fall rather quickly. I took 1/3 of the trade off, kind of into the close. It was about a quarter to close. We did drop a little bit more. Then the next morning is where that immediate drop, I took a 2/3, and then I told everyone I was going to wait until we put in a 15-minute sell and then take the third, hopefully making a new low. And that 15-minute sell came very, very quickly. You can tell right up in here. I actually wanted to maybe add some up in here, but when this hit, it just dropped really fast. So I just ended up playing out what I had. And that last third, really a great target right around 12:30 on day 2. So between the afternoon of one day into noon the next day, 3 targets taken. It is sometimes distracting to hold something over. That's why I normally like just day trading and long-term trading. But this was, I think, a special trade that I felt was going to have a good drop. Perfect entry and really perfect management on this one, I have to say. This is the 5-minute chart that gives you a little more detail on the entry. You can see a little bit better there the breakdown that we had in target number 1, but of course the next 2 targets were the next day, so you don't see them on this chart. For those of you interested in trading like this, day trading, come join us in the DTS Trading Room. You can take a trial on the website, go to the DTS services page. The price did move up a little bit as we're getting more and more people in the room, and I may eliminate the trial at some point. So hop on over there if you're interested. Until next time, this is Paul for DTS. Good trading, everybody.